Muscle Car Corner here, bringing you some of the Apex collection. I've been filming these collections, and this one's got some really neat stuff in it.
It's Hugger Orange, upgraded powertrain, Boyd's wheels, looks beautiful, but
67 L88 car.
The 69 Camaro here.
Beautiful red with red interior, black stinger.
Couldn't get a 427 from the
One of 20 produced for
1967. Kind of hip check the rules a little
It's
bit.
the only known rally red on red 67 L88.
This one with an automatic transmission.
Here we are, the 66 GT40.
This is a 69
Unbelievable car.
Indianapolis 500 pace car, but it's a Z10. It's a hardtop. Z11.
Here again, I'm going to feature the cars from this Apex collection. This is a MKL road car, one of 30 of them produced, original 15,000 miles. Amazing.
Which makes it a little extra special with an automatic transmission.
And at the very end of Camaro Boulevard Bill, we find what is arguably one of the most desirable, most collectible first-generation Camaros ever manufactured. Now, I'm aware of Baldwin Motion.
They're talking about this
even on the
Baldwin
other side of the
Motion
Atlantic.
Camaro.
I know you're all over
I will be
educating them.
doing a video of that
Growing up
also.
in Massachusetts, one of my dreams was to see a real Baldwin Motion car. Now, they made Camaros, they made Chevelles, they made Corvettes, and this is a real Baldwin Motion Performance 1969 Camaro. But let's not stop there. Let's talk a little bit about
They never put a 454 in a 69
story.
Camaro,
Guy by the name of Joel
427.
Rosen and his partner Marty Shore, they were an extension of Baldwin Chevrolet in Long Island, New York. And they could take any Chevy and turn it into an absolute monster of the Midway. To do that with this car, they installed an LS7 454. Well over 500 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque, rock crusher 4-speed transmission. And the thing is, it's the only known Baldwin Motion Camaro with that powertrain. Daytona yellow, black interior, and the restoration on this car, well, you can see just how much perfection.
I will be previewing that car here shortly.
The same one as a kid. And here he is.
And I may be seeing the only one that was ever built.
This Apex collection's got a lot of neat cars in it.
A little earlier, you may remember I mentioned we would have a mystery car from our friends at Porsche. Here it is. A 1987 Porsche 959. Stephen, you're looking a little fresh.
Ultimately preserved Corvettes. Collection of Dr. Mark Davis. This is more out of the Apex collection, I believe. No, it's not. 65 427 competition Cobra. Take a look at that bad boy. Amazing.
Sequential turbochargers that deliver that dreaded turbo. Not only did they produce an incredible piece of engineering, unlike the F40, it looks like
One of 23 427 Cobras they made. It must have been a late production year they put those in. I thought it was 66 when they put the 427 in them. I don't know a lot about Cobras, that's just what I thought. Maybe wrong. Wow. Man, this thing is just phenomenal. Not sure what the deal is with those rivets. That's what they did to reinforce the front of the hood, being it was aluminum, that they wouldn't fly off, I presume. That's a reinforcement situation there. I've never noticed that before. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful competition Cobra. Let's take a look at more of the Apex collection over here. '87 Porsche 959. One of 292 produced. This is a wild Jaguar here. 93 XJ220. One of 282 they built. I believe it's got a V12 in the back of it. With 703 original miles. Tell me that's not an aerodynamic car right there. What an amazing piece. Just simply amazing. XJ220. That probably meant 220 mile an hour. That is a sexy rear end on that thing, boy. There we go with V12. What a neat piece. And he's got some class here, 71 CUDA, 383, 4-speed car. That's what I'm talking about. Only 501 383 4-speed hardtops were produced in 71. Shaker hood, it's the right color. This car is something else. Amazing paint job on this. Sassy grass green. It's one of the coolest high impact colors. I just love this car. 383, 4-speed. Looks like he's got in the Apex collection, a 69 Copo. Documented. These cars are super cool, just plain Janers with one nasty motor in it. Nasty rat under the hood. No frills. Pull up to the stoplight, you better be ready to get her done. That's all I can say. 425 horses. Some rats, a big rat under the hood. That's funny, back in the day, Mopar was the elephant and GM was a rat. Nice. He's got more in his Apex collection over here. This one right here is near and dear to my heart. A 70 L78 Nova. I love the side pipes on Nova. I think it looks cool. They put a fiberglass hood on it. It was a 375 horse, 396. These fiberglass hoods never fit properly. You know, they came from the factory like that. They didn't have real good molds back then and reinforcements on them. Letter from Joel Rosen of Motion Performance, 90 to 110,000. Super cool. Four-speed. It does have buckets. Mr. Motion, Baldwin, New York. Motion Performance wheels, side pipes. You saw one of these coming down the road, man, you knew it. Just by the hood and side pipes on it. They made a small block Motion version of this SS350. Pretty cool stuff. Had a nasty LT1 in it. Mr. Motion. Thank God for the motions of the world. The tuner cars. The old style tuner cars, they call them. In today's technology, the kids call them tuner cars. I like it. I don't believe this is in the Apex collection, but it's a 427 67 Yanko. I've got to do a video on this one also. Original Yanko car. They go from 400 to 450. Tell you what, I missed my calling on that. I had a chance on one of these. I know where a 70 Motion Camaro is. Guy won't get rid of it. He's had it for many years. Old friend of mine. I've done everything but beat him over the head to try to get that car from him. One day maybe. Still hasn't restored it, so still may be available. I gotta check on it. One of them barn finds. It's got very little rust, all the original drive lines in it. Now here we go with something I just love. This ARR CUDA. Black on black on black. This thing is just awesome. Only one of 14 this color combo. ARR CUDA, All-American Racers. Dan Gurney. This may go up to 175. Here again, these fiberglass hoods on these things. Not picking on the car by any means, but that's the way they came out. They couldn't get the molds right on these things, and they warped and did all kinds of funky things. Pre-fiberglass days where the factories really didn't know how to use it properly and have the right molds for it. And they just didn't fit. They didn't care back then. Mopar put stuff out with stuff misaligned and paint really rough on it. And the doors rattled when you shut them. It's just the way it was. They were tin canny, but they would haul ass. That door shut like butter on that one. Nice. This ARR looks amazing in black, I gotta tell you. Just simply amazing. Well, we've got a couple more in this Apex collection I want to bring to you. He does have a 74 Pantera, big fan of that. Owned one for 30 plus years. Mine's a 71. They just look like they're doing 200 mile an hour sitting still, these cars. You see them coming down the road and you know what it is. And they got an unmistakable sound to them with a short exhaust that's on them. They're forgetting Cannonball Run where that one gets blown up, a yellow 71. But they use the real sound on that movie. And it's pretty cool, except for the 71 Pantera getting blown up. I didn't care for that portion of it. But you gotta make movies. Here's some more of his collection, this Apex collection. This car is really special. We're coming up on now. It's a Baldwin Motion Camaro, 1969, and it is phenomenal. I'm glad they got the hood open on it. It's a 454 car in 69. Baldwin could put whatever motor they wanted in this car, and they did. The biggest, the baddest LS7 454, 525 horse. Take a look at that. I love those valve covers, the motion valve covers. They were so sweet looking, polished. And that's their air cleaner as well. It's this is the only LS7 SS Camaro in existence, motion Camaro. Just an amazing car. Baldwin Motion LS7. They go for $1 million. It is a 4-speed car, which is important. This car is just simply fantastic. 101. I don't know how they slipped up. Must have been late in the year this was built. Because 70 is when the SS 454 LS7 came out. And this is a 69 model car, so somebody was pulling some strings somewhere. Cool car, an Apex collection. This Camaro is just fantastic as well. It's a X11 car. It looks like it's a pace car, but it's not. It's got everything except for the decals on it. It's an RSSS Z10. 396, 336 posi. Just something about the front end on a 69 RSSS. Probably one of the best front ends that GM ever put out. It's just fantastic. The detail on this restoration is just second to none. It's amazing. They spent the time to put the markings back on it. Stating it's going to go from 90 to 110. Love the houndstooth on these cars. It's simply fantastic. As an option, there's bumper extensions. And here's part of this other collection. I've already previewed these cars, but I'll show them to you again. This is a very rare L78 convertible. Only one, cranberry red with red interior, 4-speed. I've always loved a 70 Chevelle SS 396 or SS 454 convertible. They're one of my favorite cars of all time, and this one fits the bill. It's a dream car for me, maybe one day. Non-cowl induction hood, though. That just don't make sense to me. You got one of the rarest Chevelles on the planet. It doesn't have a cowl induction hood. There goes the band, Mecum's band. Take it all in. She's a cool drink of water there, boy. These damn Chevelles are so sexy. I gotta say, it's one of the best looking cars that GM ever put out. I heard they were going to come back out with an SS Chevelle. That would be cool. And then you got the really rare bird right here. A pilot car, LS6 pilot car. This is the first pilot car, the first one with the LS6 in it. Put on the streets. They took these out and thrashed them. And a friend of mine, Jim, I won't say his last name, but he worked for Proving Grounds in Michigan. And he was will always come down for speed weeks, and he would always bring a brand new, Chevrolet, and they would throw him the keys to a brand new 69 DZ 302 Camaro. I remember he brought one year, and he ran the wheels off of it. He tried to blow that car up. They'd say, try to see if you can blow it up on the way down to Florida. So he used to get these cars right from GM and the Proving Grounds. He worked there. He's an engineer. Neat stories he's got to tell about those days. I would like to get an interview with him sometime, because he was there during the height of all this, and working at the Proving Grounds was where they took these cars and thrashed them, So that might be something I can get done. I need to talk to him sometime and see if I can get some stories about some of the days back in GM with GM. Just a cool friend that I've got that was there during the height of muscle cars. Well, Muscle Car Corner, bring you another little story. Sorry about those. And some amazing Chevelles in the Apex collection. So I wanted to bring these to you. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Appreciate y'all.